Hey guys, Movado's mother died hours before his sentencing was delayed. His mother died last Thursday, so we are sending our condolences out to Movado and the entire family for the loss of their beloved mother. He was found guilty of murder, illegal weapon possession, and arson back in January of 2022. He appeared last Friday in court and the sentencing hearing was delayed as his defense team, who are representing both men, had concern about a victim impact statement. They are representing Movado, whose real name is Dante Brooks, and his co-accused Andre Hines. So in light of the concerns, Supreme Court Justice Lechton ordered that the prosecution be given more time to edit the statement in consultation with the defense. In addition, the defense will have additional time to review the social inquiry reports that were prepared for both convicted men, says Jamaica Loop News. So Brooks as well as Smith were further remanded into custody until Friday, March the 19th, 2023. That is the new sentencing date. The two men were charged in the grisly killing and were convicted in the death of Lorenzo Thomas in the St. Andrew community of Cassava Peace on June the 5th, 2018. According to prosecutors, Brooks as well as Hines were among 5 men who entered the house and shot Thomas before pushing his father into another room. Thomas' killers reportedly attempted to sever his head, but abandoned that plan because the machete that was being used was not sharp enough. So it was reported to the police that after they attempted to cut his head off, but it could not, they then poured gasoline onto the house and the body before setting it ablaze. Prosecutors relied on eyewitness testimony of Thomas' father, who indicated that he knew his son's killers from the community. So Movado was in the court awaiting his sentencing because he's already been convicted. So now he has to be sentenced. That's what he was there Friday for. And while he was waiting for the sentencing, the news came that his mother had passed away that Thursday night, the night before the sentencing. She was in the hospital for an undisclosed ailment. It was not revealed why she was in the hospital, but things were looking up. She was feeling better, so she says. She was about to be released, so she says. And that's what she told her son. So it came as a shock to him when she died. His mother's name was Elizabeth, and she went by Miss Penny. So Elizabeth Gordon was her name, reportedly died at the hospital. So on Friday, Movado, whose real name is David Brooks, shared a picture of he and his mother, and the picture shows him kissing his mother's cheek on the Instagram page. And the caption he wrote was, "My everything, Jono. I just don't know what to say, Mama." And on Saturday, he did a follow-up Instagram post where he shared a photo of his baby sitting on his mother's lap. He then went on to describe his mother as his best friend, claiming in a lengthy caption, he's now all alone. So further on in the post, it reads, "After you told me that you're feeling much better and you were telling us that you're ready to go back home, I felt so good when you said that to me on the phone. Mama, I still can't believe this." So what I'm gathering here, folks, is that his mother was sick in the hospital. He spoke with her over the phone. She told him she was feeling better. She was ready to go back home. and she passed away in the hospital the night before his sentencing. So he just can't believe it because he wasn't ready for her death. As far as he knew that she had a good recovery, she was ready to return to her home. So whatever killed her was whatever she was in the hospital for. He continued his post with, "I'm all alone. I can't trust anyone, but I could always put my life in your hand. From I was a kid, it was always me and you, walking up and down Constant Spring Road. Then days, my little sister, who was just a baby at the time. In those days, I remember I said to myself I was going to buy you the biggest house and the prettiest car when I grew up. And I kept my word. I bought you the biggest house. I kept my word, Mama. I built you the biggest house, and the world will remember me and you, both of us. Jano, I never felt like this before. Wow, my best friend is gone." And that was the end of the message. Guys, Movado is grieving deeply over the loss of his mother. And you grieve that deeply when your mom or dad passes on, and they're more than just a mom or dad. They are more a friend, a confidant, your best friend. So I am sending my condolences to Movado and the entire family. We are very sorry for your loss, and put it in God's hand. He will carry you through. In your darkest hour and your more deepest sorrow, when you think you cannot go on any further, you have to turn to the good Lord for strength. It reminds me of a poem that I once read, and it is called Footprints. And it goes like this. One night, I dreamt I was walking along the beach with the Lord, and many scenes from my life flashed across the sky. In each scene, I noticed footprints in the sand. Sometimes there were two sets of footprints. Other times there were only one. This bothered me because I noticed that during the low periods of my life, when I was suffering from anguish, sorrow, and defeat, I could only see one set of footprints. And so I said to the Lord, "You promised me, Lord, that if I followed you, you would walk with me always. But I have noticed that during the most trying periods of my life, there have only been one set of footprints in the sand. Why, when I needed you the most, you were not there for me?" And the Lord replied, "The years when you have seen only one set of footprints, my child, is when I carried you." So, YouTubers, in your deepest sorrow and grief, when you feel like giving up, that you cannot go any further, just know that the Lord is always there to comfort you, guide you, and love you. YouTubers, I'm over and out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel and to this video. Thank you for watching.